What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, Yak Nasty Fishing, and I'm your guy, Jay Small. And today, we're going to be talking about preparing for spring. Since where I'm at, everything's still iced over. We still got frozen snow all over the daggone place, man. It is crazy. So all I can do is wish I was fishing and get ready for spring, get ready for this ice to thaw, when everything opens up and I can see the grass again, you know what I mean? Not salt all over the place. It looks crazy. It's all over the place. Salt everywhere. I'm just salt all over the place, guys. Crazy talk. So I can't wait for these temperatures to warm up. Give us a little bit of relief, let your boy get out there, stretch his legs a little bit, goodness gracious. I'm about to get the cabin fever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right? So in preparing for spring, guys, I had to order me some stuff. Yeah. And today we're going to be talking about a few hard baits that I do like to keep on board. When it comes to my hard baits, there's always something going on. You always got your traditional stuff. You always have something coming up. You may be fishing somewhere different. And to start my season off, all right, I'm going to be starting off in Tennessee. So I got some baits for home, but I also got a couple baits for Tennessee. You know what I mean? To see how those things will play out there. So yeah, guys, getting ready for spring. I do this every year. I go through my tackle box. I see what I have. I see what I don't have. I see, let's say, cracked bills. I go through all that. Hooks, you can replace the hooks out. And I also do that. I use some VMC hooks to swap those out. Let me show you what I'm using. So just to grab a few, I'm grabbing your hybrids, okay? Your good old hybrids, different sizes. I got 4s, I got 6s for different baits, but they have not quite an EWG kind of look to them. It's more rounded, more like a talon at the tip of that hook. And I find that those hooks really hold on the fish really, really well, even when you barely have them. Okay, so when you're dealing with hard baits, treble hook baits, I kind of like to swap hooks out after a while, depending on the manufacturer of the bait. The Berkeleys, they come with the Fusion 19s, so I don't change those right away. And then you have different brands like that have their customized hooks. Some have Gamakatsus on them. I won't switch those out right away. But on some, I most definitely will. So yeah, guys, that's, just a little bit about what I do through the winter time when I'm just sitting around wishing I was fishing. Like right now, I'll go through those hard baits. I see what I want. I see what I need. I might see something new. If you've been watching any of the Elite series, right, Gunnersville and Lake Martin, you'll see the commercials and you say, man, that looks all right. I might have to try it. So guys, I definitely have something that you've been seeing in those commercials in this box, guys, and that is going to be last. I can't wait to try those out. I think those are going to be doing some awesome work for me this season. All right. I don't know. It's just a prediction, maybe a hope. Okay. So let's get into the box and let's talk about some hard baits. All right, guys. First thing first, we're going to keep it real simple. I got to have these with me. They're with me everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. And I'm talking about my 1.5 KVDs, y'all. Come on, man. I keep square bills with me. I can't help myself. They just work, all right? So these are some hard knocks right here. If you're looking, let me get that in front of the camera, right? Okay, that's my red orange. So I did break one of these, and I love it. I have it in silent, okay? No rattle at all. It's a silent one. But this is the Hard Knock edition. I love the Hard Knock KVD crankbaits. I don't know. I just love them. They work really, really well. And I've caught some big fish on the Hard Knock baits. To be honest, I think I pulled in, if I can find the footage, I'm not sure. I pulled in a 5-pounder on a sexy shad 1.5 square bill, last year. Yeah, last season I pulled one in. It was off some lumber, some hard lumber, big old heavy laydown, and I threw it right off the side of that thing, and bam, I hooked up on a good one. That 1.5 KVD has never done me wrong, but I do switch up colors a little bit, and I didn't have this one. That's that like Tennessee shad. Yeah, Tennessee shad. You see that, a little bit of gold there, that green, that little off-white eggshell right there on the bottom. And of course, all of them have that little bit of red right there under that bill. But yeah, man, your 1.5, it dives down 3 to 5 feet. I slow work them in shallower water and they still get the job done. It is crazy how well the 1.5 KVDs work, guys. So try it. I love a shad pattern. They work really well. And of course, talking about spring, had to get some of that red crawl going on, right, guys? So that's it for the shallow crankbaits. I only grabbed 2 of them. I didn't need any more. I have quite a bit. I don't know where the box is. That's what I was looking for. I have quite a bit when it comes to crankbaits. So, I kind of don't need a whole lot. I'll see something, or I have to throw something away, then I'll just reorder 2 of those baits or 1 of those baits, depending on how much I use that bait, Most of the time, I have 2 of everything. So if I need to, I'll just order the one because the other one's good. And therefore, I keep 2 on, because I hate when you just have one bait and it's catching fish really, really good, guys. I mean, it is a hookup after a hookup after a hookup. And then it breaks off. Yeah, it breaks. You go to cast it under the bridge and it smacks the bridge, you know what I mean? I always blame the wind. By the way, the wind, the gust of wind made it go that way and smack the bridge. Yep. Yeah. So, things happen. You break bills off, you break crankbaits. It happens. It's a part of the game. So I always go through my stuff and see what I need, what's cracked, what's broken, what looks crazy. But scratched up paint that's been bit on, I keep those, guys. Those seem to get the best bites. I'm just putting that out there. Just putting that out there. Yeah. All right. Going next, right, in this box. I can't help it. I got to go in this box. I'm not even speaking English properly right now. I don't know why. I'm just excited. I'm ready to go do some fishing. But getting back on topic, yeah, 1.5 KVDs. Yeah, these are the deep divers, okay? So you looked and you were like, what? He just showed us. Yeah, these are the deep diving crankbaits, all right? They dive a little bit deeper. How far these get down? Yeah, so the deep diver, it dives about 9 foot, maybe a little bit deeper, 9 to 12 foot. I'd give it that. Depending on your line, if you got a little heavier line on there, you can get it down a little bit deeper. But a deep diver, got to have a deep dive, especially if I'm gonna go to Tennessee. I want something that dives down a little bit deeper than what I'm used to fishing in my smaller ponds. And these can come in handy in my local rivers, all right, in my area, Maryland, Delaware area, where they get a little bit deeper. You can definitely get something down there and catch some fish, man. So you notice I have crawl colors, okay? If you paid attention to the colors of these things, like that's a darker crawl color right there. And it's Delta Red is that one there. And of course, I had to get a brighter one. All right. If you want to know the fire crawl, I don't know why I even looked at that. But yeah, definitely got to get a fire crawl, springtime. I feel like fire crawl really works kind of spring and into the summer, really. I can't say that it doesn't work. I've caught off of red almost year round, I guess. Almost. Yeah. So that fire crawl, you throw it out there, man, it'll get you bit, and they can see that red, that orange, that yellow really, really good. And that contrast with the black, that pattern, that crawl pattern, it really gets bit. But red works generally everywhere. So that's what I got as far as deep diving crankbaits, just those two. Of course, those are in a crawl pattern, all right? Because I want that when they're digging down there on the bottom, I want it to look like that crawl down there. If I'm in 8 foot, 9 foot of water, and I want that crankbait working the bottom or very near the bottom, yeah, I want it to look like a crawl. Yeah, and get that strike, guys. So, keep those things in mind if you got like a crawfish fishery or a shad fishery, or you might have both, or you might only have shad. It's crazy in shad fisheries, they will eat crawfish style baits and vice versa. So it doesn't hurt to try, it doesn't hurt to experiment with those colors and with those baits to see how your fish react to those baits, all right? Because I mean, I know it's a common knowledge, but a lot of people aren't really throwing those colors all the time. So, it's not something the fish maybe see all summer. They're going to see in the spring. Guys are throwing the red all spring. That's what they're on, so they're throwing it. You know what I mean? So during the pre-spawn, you're throwing that red. It might die down just a little bit, but then you bring back maybe a darker red in the summer, that delta crawl in the warmer months, and you might get a little different reaction. Or that fire crawl might get that reaction. So always experiment and play with that, guys. Moving on to the next two baits that I got in this box. Yeah, we're still in the crankbait world right here. You see what's happening. Lipless crankbaits. I have a lot of lipless crankbaits already, guys. But there is nothing like a two-tap. And I don't have this color, so I had to get it. That's the green gourd. Yeah, let me get it right. There you go. That's that green gourd red eye shad. You see it right there, y'all. Oh man, that color, I don't know, it stands out to me. It seems very natural, very appealing, and it seems like something you could throw all year long. Like, look at it, has that green pumpkininess to it, orange, some black, some little bit of yellowishness there, and on the bottom you see that orange, and it just looks good. It looks fishy, so I picked it up to experiment and play around with that color. I like it, and I don't have that color, so I want to see if the fish like it as much as I do, because these baits really catch the angler. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. And another setup, look at that, a bluegill. Yeah, just a regular bluegill pattern. It is right on there. Can you get that clear? Look, doesn't get any more natural than that with the red eyes. So they see it really, really well. And yeah, that natural. So I didn't have this either in my box. So I said, let me grab one of these. I'll experiment. If it gets some good hits, if it gets some nice bites, well, I'm ordering another one or two. All right, guys. So yeah, that real natural. I think this is going to get smacked, y'all. Man, I'm trying to keep the reflection off that thing, man. But that is a very nice paint job on here, very detailed. That looks really, really good. And I think that's going to get some bites. All right. So you notice I'm going with the red and the fire crawls all in that color palette, right? But of course, I had to get something natural. All right. Yeah, more natural than the red. And of course, Tennessee crawl is fairly natural in itself. So I got two natural baits, and we're looking at four, off-color, brighter baits, okay? Something the fish are really, really gonna see, and they're really gonna hear it with that hard knock. It's got a lower tone, and the fish, I don't know, they love that lower tone knock, that bass. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but that lower tone, not so high pitch with the BBs, just that lower knock with it, okay? And those are two-tap lipless crankbaits, all right? I love the two-tap edition liplesses from Strike King, dude. They get bit, okay?
Yep.
Not saying the other ones don't, but the two taps, I put in some work with the two taps, guys. I think at one point, all I was throwing was 1 or 2 lipless crankbaits for a span of 2-3 months, just stuck in it because they were working really well. And I did learn how to get really good with that lipless and feel it and know what it's doing when it's in that water column, whether it be shallow or you want to fish it down a little bit deeper, guys. And of course, I got some that suspend now too. So the lipless game, I love lipless crankbaits. Okay, I love all the baits, but the lipless crankbaits, guys, they hold a special place in my heart, man. They just, I don't know what it is. I think it's just that bite from that yo-yo and you working it, and it's like a little bait fish doing its thing, and you just have so much fun with it. But there's so many other baits you can have fun with too, and I do. And speaking of those baits, oh, last but not least, oh, this is what I was talking about, guys. These two baits right here. I know you've seen a little bit of that box. You've seen it. I'm going to cover it up just a little bit. These baits right here are fairly new to the market. I was checking them out. I already buy this brand. You guys know that I faithfully buy this brand and I trust this brand. So, of course, when I seen the commercial, yeah, when I was watching the Gunnersville, and I was watching Hank Cherry do his thing, happy birthday, bro. He was doing his thing, and the commercial popped up. Bam. They started talking, you know how the commercials is. And so I said, heck yeah, the Yo-Zuri Pro Series jerkbaits. Okay? Yeah, man. I had to do it. This the 60 millimeter slow floating. These things really do look nice. I thought they was looking really good. And I was like, oh, they beefed them up for the commercial. But no, guys, these things really look that good. Like, look at that. That is a very good, matter of fact, well, you see, I got a blue crawl, okay? It's a little translucent right there. And then I also have a, red crawl, right? You see, but it has that little bit of, I don't know if it's like a shimmer to it, but it's a layer of like a shine boost. Okay, so almost like a flash boost, but it's on the outside. I don't know if you could see that, to give it that little bit of boost and reflection of light. Okay, so let me open this thing, guys. I'm about to do it. I'm cracking it open right now because I really want to examine this Yo-Zuri. When I seen that commercial, I bought it right away, guys. So let me get that staple out of there. There we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I couldn't help myself. I said, man, those look really, really good. So, yeah, these things, man. Yeah, look at that guy. Oh, man. Yes, indeedy. Getting him out that cardboard. I don't want to just rip him out, but I'm going to have to strong arm him because I'm going to need that. Thank you. I love how they, twist tie that bait up. Can you see that? Let's see. Yeah, a little bit of, there you go. Like they put the twist tie on the hook. Real sticky looking hooks. Same style hook that I don't know. Are they using VMCs? Because it does almost look like the hybrid hooks that I already use. I don't know. Can you guys see those? Like the way that bend is? I don't know. Yeah, but you see that right there, guys? I don't know. It does have that talony type style to it. So it looks like it could be a VMC hook actually, in the same style hook that I use. But I will check that out. I'm not sure. I'm not saying it is, but it's already set up the way I like stuff. So this is the Pro Shad, all right, 60, okay? And I thought this thing looked so good when I seen the commercial that yeah, it caught that angler all right, but hopefully it catches fish. It looks good. It's a smaller presentation. Can you hear that? It's a nice little rattle to it. It's not too high pitched, full of BBs. This is also tungsten weighted, right? So it's tungsten in there, or tungsten BBs. Huh. And it's a slow float. So yeah, Yeah, the Pro Series by Yo-Zuri. That looks really, really good. It's a very small presentation. I like smaller presentations most of the time. I will downsize before I upsize. Okay, and when it comes to the jerk baits, I really like a smaller jerk bait. I think it just catches more fish, not necessarily bigger fish, but more fish. All right, so. Yeah, I think that looks really, really good. The bill on it, like it's a nice little bill to it. How far down does this thing go? Does it tell me? No, no, I don't see it anywhere. No, super long cast, magnetic lock. Huh, no, it's not telling me how far down it dives though, huh? Yeah, guys, so I have no idea how far down they go. I think I did have an idea when I ordered it. I'm gonna have to double check. I'll put it up here on the screen, you know, how deep these jerk baits go. And this Pro Shad, that paint job, it just looks really, really good, guys. That looks good, man. So I wanna check out this one. All right, guys, we're just gonna pull that one open barbarically is what we're gonna do. Bam. Oh yeah, so that's what I was really wanting to see. Oh yeah, yeah, we just ripped that open. It's about to happen. Ooh, that is okay. That is nice. That is really nice. So it's more translucent, right? That means you can see right through it. Great paint job on it. Crawl patterns, like a blue crawl pattern. Looks really, really good, man. Same style, all that. It's all the same. But the Yo-Zuri Pro Series is looking really, really good, guys. I like them. I think these things are going to do something. Very unique body style to them and a great sound. So I can't wait to try these guys out and see what they do for your boy. So yeah, we'll be testing this out as well soon as we get some open water and see what's happening. But these are a slow floating jerk bait, guys. And yeah, man, when I seen that commercial, I had to get it. I said, oh, that looks good. And it's Yo-Zuri. So you guys know, shortly, I'm about to have that whole Yo-Zuri Pro Series lineup just to have them and see how they act in the water, guys. So, yeah, man. Yeah, guys, so I appreciate you stopping in, watching the video, and just checking out what I'm doing to get ready for spring and what I'm doing to get ready for Tennessee. Slowly, one step at a time, you know, we're putting this thing together. So we're going to be ready to do some fishing as soon as we get a chance, guys. So appreciate it, man. Hit like, hit subscribe, and what colors do you guys use? Do you guys choose red as well? Do you guys check out things like that blue crawl there? What do you guys think about those Yo-Zuri baits also? I think it looks phenomenal. I think they look really, really good. So yeah, put that down in the comments, man. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I appreciate you watching. It's my time. Tight lines and all that good stuff everybody says. Peace. Yeah, dang, that look nice.